About 7 months ago, I made a video titled The $1 million Cardano Plan and how I planned to become a Cardano millionaire. Now, since then, 7 months later, a lot has happened. And honestly, I've achieved my plan. Am I a Cardano millionaire? Am I a millionaire in general? No, but the plan has been achieved. And now it's really just a game of patience. With that being said, though, let's go over what's happened since the last 7 months. In this video, I pretty much go over how I plan to accumulate 30,000 Cardano, and at a market cap of $1 trillion or $32 Cardano, 30,000 Cardano would be worth north of $1 million. Now, that being said, this was always a 4 to 5 year vision. For Cardano to hit those prices, it's going to take a long freaking time. Also, that being said, the plan was a lot different than how I actually got here to 30,000 plus Cardano. How I got here, I'll tell you in a minute, but how I planned on doing it was really through staking rewards alone, 5% return in ADA each year, and then also just dollar cost averaging in with income I get from this YouTube channel. That has changed drastically. A lot has changed. And to be honest, I would have taken a long time to get to where I am today if I was to just follow those methods. Not that they're terrible methods, but they do take a lot more time to compound and grow, and they aren't really, instant gratification methods or quick methods of making a lot of cryptocurrency or money in general. Since this video, I am now full-time in making YouTube videos for Cardano. And while I was making this video, I was also full-time making Cardano videos, but the outlook was that I'd probably have to get a part-time job pretty soon, which I did a few months after making this video at Walmart, only to promptly leave said job after a week or two. Yeah, interesting. Now, how did I actually get to that 30,000 Cardano that I planned on getting to in 5 years? And keep in mind, this video was made 7 months ago when the price was $155 per Cardano, and right now it's $147. So the price is actually less than it was at this video. And does that shock me? Does that bother me? Not really. But how did I get here? If, I quit my part-time job and I'm obviously not making thousands and thousands of dollars a month at YouTube, how did I get to 30,000 plus Cardano? Well, the first answer is I started my own stake pool. This stake pool generates me around 340 Cardano every 5 days now, and that's a lot. Instead of dollar cost averaging in, I maintain the servers and I put towards server costs rather than actually buying more Cardano. So I haven't bought Cardano in a while, haven't really been buying any cryptocurrencies unless I'm swapping my Cardano for them and their native assets on Cardano. Another major contributing factor to me reaching 30,000 Cardano in not 5 years, but 7 months was due to me selling some NFTs from an NFT project that I created called Stickfrix. Now, I won't get too deep into what Stickfrix is. If you want to look, I'll let you go to the website. But I am still working on Stickfrix. Obviously, YouTube takes up a large chunk of my time, so I don't have as much time to work on Stickfrix as I would like, but it's still one of my projects, and I still really am never going to forget Stickfrix for as long as I live because of what the result was of making this project, and I'm really grateful for that. Now, I really did not think that I would be here today 7 months ago. 7 months ago, I was focused on making maybe $500 to $1,000 from YouTube and just throwing it into Cardano and then living off my savings as rent in my mom's basement, which I'm still in and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. That being said, there's always going to be something on the table that could change your position very quickly, especially in crypto. Whether it be you getting into an altcoin and it 5xing overnight, that does happen. It's pretty rare, it's pretty lucky, or 5x over a few weeks or whatever else. There's going to be a lot of opportunity. I don't think there is right now a shortage of opportunity, but I do want to let you know that there are more ways to expand your amount of Cardano you have without actually buying more. You can create things, you can get involved in the community, or you can, keep an eye out for things that are happening, free airdrops, all that type of stuff. And this channel will be a good source for that. At least I believe so in the coming months, as it's already been for the past few months. At least I hope so. Seeing that I've reached this goal in a short amount of time, I'm not here to give you my winning lottery ticket numbers, but I'm more or less here to tell you that there are big goals you can accomplish if you're going to put the time in. And yeah, I actually did put the time in, believe it or not. I did make over 350 YouTube videos in the past 7 or 8 months, and it's been a wild ride. I've learned how to make a Cardano stake pool myself, how to run it, how to mint NFTs, and a lot more. I do think that there's a lot of opportunity out there, and there's never going to be a shortage of it. So if you want to accumulate more Cardano than you currently have without actually spending money, earning it, there is ways to do that that are ethical and also add back to the community. Now, if you want to go a bit unethical, you can go ahead and just give your money to me with my Patreon. Now, you don't have to do this, and you probably shouldn't unless you can afford to, but for $6.90 Canadian a month, yep, that's a 6.9, you can join me on my Patreon, support me, and also get some cool benefits like including a Discord separate just for the Patreons, where you can talk to me, and also real-time personal Cardano NFT updates on my portfolio, buys, sells, mints, and a little bit more in terms of complete transparency of my crypto holdings and balances. Also, I want to mention the first person to join the Discord with the Patreon role will get a big fat smooch from me virtually. Okay, and now back to my success with my Cardano millionaire plan and my final thoughts on where I think this is headed, because there's a lot that's happened in the past 7 months, and to be honest, I have to make new plans now for going forward. Am I going to sell a certain percent at a certain amount to cover my taxes? Am I going to hold it for the long time, 10 plus years? There's a lot of questions to answer here still, and I want to cover them really quick before I end the video. First of all, yes, I'm going to have to sell a chunky portion of my Cardano to cover taxes. Probably, up to 15,000 ADA worth, which isn't the funnest thing in the world, but it is going to have to be done. And it really does depend on the price. If the price is low, it will be even more. That being said, taxes aren't really fun to talk about, and no one wants to hear about them. So I also want to talk about my long-term position and where I'm standing in terms of percentage of holdings, and what I plan on doing in the future. To be honest, in the future, I plan on trading a lot of my Cardano for native assets on Cardano. And then a lot of those assets, not all of them, I will transfer back into ADA once they've went up in value. Seems easy enough. No way it could go wrong. Well, we'll see. But obviously, all of these things will be updated in my Patreon if you're in there. Not that I'm a genius and I'm going to make every call right, but the idea is that you make more right calls than you make wrong ones, and you hit lucky or hit the jackpot on 1 or 2 of them, and you're kind of just set. Obviously, all of these things are easier said than done, and I do plan on holding at least 20 to 30,000 Cardano for the next 5 to 10 years. And honestly, I plan on holding at least that amount for the very long term, as in, I don't really see any point of selling it, and I always want to have a good chunk of Cardano still with me. If Cardano is going where I think it's going and where I believe it to be going, I don't see ADA being cheap. I don't see it being less than $50 in a decade, especially with all of the things that it's doing for the real world and for underdeveloped countries. I think there's so much value add here from a standpoint of the token ADA, and there will be limited supply going forward when everyone's trying to use it for basically benefiting from the network. Anyways, that's it for the video today. If you enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and stake with Jackpool if you want. It's up to you. But I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been your friend Jack. Peace out.